Yes?
How tall are you?
Jacob.
I'm 4 feet and 5 inches tall.
I'm taller than you.
Jacob, come with me. I'm so sorry. Be back in a minute.
Such a jerk.
Finbar got weird stares everywhere he went, even just running errands at the grocery store. He'd catch quiet whispers floating around him. Being naturally short brought him endless trouble. Cashiers often failed to spot him at checkout lines, and their eyes held a hint of disdain. Finbar never said a word and bottled all his feelings up quietly. He knew only by keeping a steady head and building inner strength could he endure all the hurtful gossip from others. Later on, his best friend passed away, and the grief stayed etched deep in his heart. Not long after, a lawyer showed up at his door, telling him his friend had left an old house in New Jersey to him. Fed up with years of constant mockery, Finbar packed his belongings and moved there without hesitation. The old house was beat up and run down, with no electricity or running water. Yet it was perfect for Finbar. Far away from crowds and petty chatter, he could finally breathe easy. For the first time in years, he slept soundly through the whole night. Early the next morning, a food truck pulled up outside his house. Finbar walked over slowly, and a man named Joe leaned his head out the window. When Joe saw Finbar's small frame, there was only curiosity in his eyes, not a trace of ridicule. Joe was warm and outgoing, striking up conversation and introducing himself. And that's how the two men became acquainted. Later, Finbar headed into town to pick up supplies at a small shop, when a car suddenly swerved sharply straight toward him, its driver staring down at her phone. The woman was extremely tall and hadn't noticed Finbar standing on the curb at all. Finbar dove into the roadside bushes to dodge the vehicle. The female driver scrambled out of the car and rushed over toward him, only to trip and fall halfway there. Finbar wasn't the slightest bit upset. He simply stood up and walked straight away. Once he stepped inside the store, the shopkeeper kept sizing him up non-stop, and even secretly pulled out his phone to take pictures. Finbar avoided clashing with the man, grabbed everything he needed paid and left right away. On his walk back, he ran into that same car again. Coffee spilled all over the ground from the woman's hands, and the vehicle lost control, once more barreling toward him. Finbar ducked into the bushes a second time. The woman hurried over and apologized profusely over and over. Finbar could tell she'd done it on purpose, so he didn't bother acknowledging her at all. That night, someone knocked on his front door. Finbar opened the door, and the woman who'd been driving that car earlier stood right on his doorstep.